Okay, in this video I'm going to go over my current chest and biceps workout routine, but before I dive in, let me just explain why I train these muscle groups together. Because normally you train your chest with shoulders and triceps, right? So why am I training it with biceps? Well, because I've come to the realization that training your chest with your triceps is not as effective in building muscle as hitting your chest with biceps is. Have you ever noticed that towards the end of your push day when it comes to hitting your tricep push downs, they're just so weak? You find yourself never being able to progressively overload as much on your tricep push downs as you would on like a chest press or a lat pull down or a row, for example. So if you think your arms aren't as big as they could be, if they're not growing, if you're not getting stronger on your push downs, your curls, this training day could be perfect for you. Chest and biceps is becoming more and more popular, especially amongst professional bodybuilders, a lot of whom train their chest, delts, and biceps together so they can make sure that their arms are getting hit with enough intensity to grow optimally and to match the rest of their physique. Because essentially how it works is after you obliterate your chest with all your pressing movements, not only are you more fatigued overall in terms of your whole central nervous system, you're more tired. By the time you get onto triceps, you're pretty much dead and ready to go home. But your triceps are also very fatigued because they are indirectly involved in a lot of your pressing movements. So you've used up most of your energy hitting your chest and fatiguing your triceps, so that when you come on to training your triceps, you are weaker and you have less energy in the tank. And the same is true for biceps, right? After your pull downs and your rows, which indirectly involve your biceps, when you come onto your bicep curls, again, you're going to be more tired because you've used up your energy training your back, and your biceps have been fatigued already throughout your workout. By training biceps after your chest, you're going to be stronger. You're going to be able to do heavier weights for more hard reps, giving them a way better chance at growing. So if you're facing a similar situation in which your arms are lagging behind, you feel that your arms should be bigger than they are, you're always weak whenever you're doing your rope tricep push downs, and you don't know why you're not able to get stronger, then I highly recommend that you start taking this approach and see if it yields results for you. Anyways, enough yapping. Let me get on with this workout. So obviously before I dive into my workout, I make sure to warm up my shoulders with some rotatory cuff movements, warm up my chest. So for example, something I'd do is I'd hop on the pec deck and do like 3 sets of 20 reps. I won't take these till failure though. These are just for blood, so that when I come onto my heavy pressing, I'm able to feel that squeeze. So once I feel warm, once I have a mini pump in my chest, I move on to the first working movement, which is an incline press. And in this case, today I did an incline dumbbell press. The incline dumbbell press is a top tier exercise. It's great for obviously developing the upper chest, which is the most important part of your chest in terms of balancing out your physique, making you look more aesthetic. But also, if you do have an imbalance between your right and left pec, this can help you fix that. But obviously any incline press can be done here. You can do an incline seated press if you have one in your gym, incline Smith press, incline barbell press. You don't want to be waiting around in the gym. The time you wasted is more important than the actual exercise that you use. So here I do 4 sets. Okay, 2 of those would be warm up working sets, not till failure, warming up my shoulders and my triceps, and basically just priming my body into those failure sets that actually count. So first 2 sets would be around 8 to 10 reps, focusing on really just controlling the weight. And then on the final 2 sets, I'll increase the weight a bit. So I'll use a weight where I fail within the 6 to 8 rep range, and I'd go to eccentric and concentric failure. Here, I really emphasize the squeeze and the stretch. Take at least 3 seconds to lower the weight down. You need to realize that this is an overpowered way to train. The negative portion of your movement is the most hypertrophic because you are the strongest. You're also the strongest in your static training. So when you're at the bottom and when you're at the top. So if you really want to explode in size and see a drastic change in your physique, start controlling the eccentric and holding the stretch and holding the contraction. Moving on, we've got the machine chest press. So I'll do like 3 sets, first being a warm-up set, the last 2 taking till failure, and choose a weight which I fail within the 8 to 10 rep range. Again, slow eccentric here, pause in the stretch and pause in the contraction. Also, another very, very important point, once you hit failure, once you get that weight up, you've barely got the weight up on your last rep, don't just let the weight slam down. Control it all the way back down, and then you're done. Don't waste that last bit of strength you have on the negative. That last lowering the weight after you've barely got that weight up is the most important rep of your whole workout. And finally, for the last exercise for chest, I came back to the pec deck and I did 1 set till failure with the drop set afterwards. If for whatever reason you overestimate how much you can do and you get like 5 reps, for example, just drop the weight and go straight back into it, keeping your form, but getting in at least 3 more reps. You want to try hit at least 8 reps on your isolation movements, and a drop set is a great way to do that. It allows you to get in more hard reps, continue your set, which is going to generate hypertrophy. The pec deck is all about the squeeze and the stretch you get. Combine that with a extremely slow eccentric. So take like 4 seconds to open up, poke your chest out, feel your pecs being ripped apart, then squeeze the contraction. And that's all you need to do for chest, okay? Your chest damages very easily. You do not need more than 2 pressing movements and 1 isolation movement. You can do 2 incline pressing movements, or you can do 1 incline pressing movement, 1 flat pressing movement, and a chest fly variation. Stick to that rule, okay? Less is more with chest. Now, moving on to biceps. Starting off with the easy bar curl. These are a great exercise to use. The stimulus to fatigue ratio is very good, meaning that you can recover very easily from it whilst being very, very effective at producing muscle growth. And honestly, if you're ever pressed for time at the gym, if you need to just get home for whatever reason and you just have biceps left, just go grab the easy bar curl, do like 2 heavy sets till failure and then 2 light sets till failure. That's going to produce very good results for you. So I'll do like 10 to 15 reps for the first warm-up set, and then the 2 sets I'll take till failure, failing within the 8 to 12 rep range. An important cue I always remember to do when I do my easy bar curls is I bring my elbows up and out in front of me. This way you're shortening the bicep even more, getting an even crazier squeeze at the top, holding it for a second, and then very slowly releasing the weight down, letting it stretch your bicep out. This increases the mind-muscle connection with your bicep, meaning that next time you train, you'll be able to feel it contract better, training more effectively, and it burns the out of your bicep and will definitely lead to better results. And finally, I moved on to the preach curl machine. This is another one of my go-to bicep movements to target the short head more than the free weight, as the strength curve is better at generating hypertrophy because of the constant tension. You can leverage a squeeze at the top, meaning that there is tension, which is going to lead to more muscle growth. So I did 1 warm-up set to gauge what weight I should use for my failure sets, and then I followed that up with 2 sets failing within the 8 to 10 rep range. Here focusing on a hard contraction and slowly lowering the weight down. And that's a wrap on today's workout. I was very tired. I didn't really eat much either. If you are looking to be strong in your workouts, probably optimized for pumps as well, then I would say maybe go a bit later in the day. So try getting at least 2 meals, a decent amount of carbs before you go and train. But if I were to go later, I would probably have more energy. So I'd probably be able to fit in 1 more exercise. So usually what I do is I'd either finish off with dumbbell hammer curls. These are great for targeting the brachialis and adding overall arm thickness. So similar to the previous exercise, do 3 or 4 sets, taking 1 or 2 sets till failure at the end, and aim to get around 12 reps. Or if I'm looking to give my shoulders some more work, I will implement lateral raises. So I'll do a few sets of lateral raises after I finish training my chest, and then only finish with 2 bicep exercises. Always stick to around 5 to 6 exercises per workout. Anything more than that means that you haven't really trained hard. But anyways, that's typically how I do it. If I feel that I want to give my shoulders more work, I'll do lateral raises. If I feel that I want to give my biceps more work, I'll do hammer curls at the end. Remember, it's all about assessing your own strengths and weaknesses and then tailoring your workout routine accordingly. It's not always about following traditional workout splits. None of the pros do that. They have a coach, 1, and 2, they know their own body, which muscles respond well to training, which ones need more volume, more intensity throughout the week, and then they change their training split accordingly. So a lot of the times, tweaking your training split to suit your physique and your strong points and your weak points can make a significant difference. If you're looking for someone to create a training program for you based on your schedule, your physique, your equipment, then that's something I can do. If you're interested, click the link in the description. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions or you want any more details on the rest of my training split, let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!